Hey, good afternoon, you guys. Thank you for joining me for another weekly market update. Jumping right in for August 10th, 2018, a recap of last week. Last week we had a number of 1,103 new listings with 1,259 being sold. That left us with a difference of 156. So this week, you can see that the numbers kind of changed just a little bit, or we still have more listings than we have solds. And last week we had the solds outnumber the listings. So still going back and forth, still flip-flop. Not enough to say that we're switching the markets, but it's definitely something that we'll keep our eye on. So for this week, we have a total of 1,111 new listings with 856 total solds, and that's leaving us with the difference of 255. So again, last week we was at a negative 156. This week we're at a positive 255 as far as the inventory. So pretty good there. Jumping back to last week, we talked about the Indianapolis market and what's going on in that market. So last week we had 335 new listings in the Indianapolis area with 370 properties being sold. So you can definitely tell in the Indianapolis area there's still a lot of activity, still a seller's market, hard to find some property. So when you do get you some property, you just have to make sure that you have all of your ducks lined up for that. Also, we touched a little bit on Carmel, which had 21 new listings and 68 of the properties that were sold. So seller's market in Carmel definitely. Inventory is looking like it's hard to come across there as well. So let's jump back into this week. We're checking out Zionsville and Fishers. So Zionsville, 22 new listings with 16 properties sold. And in Fishers, we have it breaking pretty even at 37 solds and 37 listings. So kind of get a good idea of where the market is. We're still hovering around it being a seller's market. It looks to me as if it's transitioning into it, evening out, but not exactly going into a buyer's market, but it is starting to even out a little bit more. So thank you guys for joining me this week for this week's market update. Make sure you guys tune in next week for next week's update and next week's events around Indy, and come back and check me out. Thank you guys. Appreciate you tuning in.